So this is homework 12, which is basic percentages. And I'm going to go through some examples of basic percentages and how to work them out. So the first question is 25% of £160. So we know 25% is a quarter. To find 25%, you've got to divide by 4. Okay, so whatever the number is that we've been given, we divide that number, which is 160 in this question, by 4. So 160 divided by 4. And then that's going to leave us with 25%. So if you're struggling to divide 160 by 4, we can do it the bus stop method. 4 doesn't go into 1, but it does, so it's 0 and remainder 1. 4 goes into 16 4 times with no remainders, and then 4 goes into nothing no times. So the answer is 40. So that is £40. Put an equal sign there so you know that's the final answer. Right, next question is 25% of 400. So same again, 25% just means divide by 4. So we're going to do 400 divided by 4. And this is quite easy, which is how many 4s go into 400? That's just 100. So the answer is £100. Next question now is 75% of 160, which is a little bit harder, but I know that if I can work out 25% of 160, I can triple that and get to 75%. So I'll write this as a side note. 75% equals 3 times 25%. So as soon as I work out 25%, I can triple it, and I'll get 75%. So to work out 25% of a number is just divide by 4. So it's going to be 160 divided by 4. This is 25%. Is 40. And now to work out 75%, I'm going to do 40 and multiply that by 3. Because once I've worked out 25%, if I triple it, I get 3 lots of 25, which is 75%. So obviously this will help me get 75%. So 40 times 3 is 120. So 75% equals 120. So 75% of 160 is 120. Now, question 4 is 10% of £120. To work out 10% of a number, we divide that number by 10. So we've got 120 divided by 10, which is just 12. So 10% of £120 is £10. Is £12. Sorry. And question 5 is 5% of £120. Now this is easy as, if you want to work out 5% of something, it's a half of 10%. So it's 10% divided by 2. Whatever 10% is, we half it, and then that gives us as 120 divided by 10, which is 12. Then to work out 5%, I take that answer, 12, and then half it, or divide by 2, which is 6. So 5% equals £6.